And what he's doing. DJ really stood out to me out there, wide receiver. The big emphasis you can tell is the tempo of the offense and us being able to move faster. So I thought it was real good. I thought our offense offensively had we kind of evaluate every day. Is that a day that we feel like we can win a national championship with? And I thought so offensively. Defensively, our communication. Coach Patterson's taken over a little bit. He's initiating the calls and taking over there. So we got a little communication because we got a little different people communicating there. But offense had a lot of explosive plays. That was one thing, probably the positive today offensively, and the negative for the defense. But lots of positive things, lots of depth, lots of competition. Chad Adams, I thought, was very impressive. We have him working free safety and boundary safety. And the big deal, free safety, is replacing Demarius and getting that cover guy. So James Johnson and Chad really were impressive there, as well as Simone. So those were three guys that stood out. And then, I thought at linebacker, Christian Sams, Salamo, DJ, and Antonio. That's going to be a really good depth there for those guys. And so I thought it was a good day from there. Special teams wise, it was great to have Coach Slocum. Our special teams meetings were obviously, you can tell there's a lot of change, a lot of different things that we're doing. So I'm excited about what he's bringing and what he's teaching. I think our guys are excited. It's good to see guys excited about doing those things. Obviously, on a negative note, you guys know that Davon has been suspended for violation of team rules, and obviously we'll proceed as the process moves forward. So that's kind of where we're at on that deal. So really proud of how our guys worked today, and really like the leadership. You can tell we're in our fourth year, so today was a good day. Questions?
Durant was a linebacker you called the best you've ever signed. How disappointed are you that you even have to deal with this?
I've said everything I'm going to say about it. Obviously, when you have these situations, if a guy gets arrested, they understand they're going to be suspended. If a guy, obviously, then the process has to carry itself out. Anytime our standards are the highest. They're a lot higher than I think just about anybody around. And so there's accountability for those standards. And if you're going to step forward and make the stance that we do when it comes to character and respect and all those things, well, obviously that's something that is very, very important to us. But also we owe it to our guys to let the process play itself out. And so every guy on our team knows you get arrested, you're getting suspended. And most of the time that's an indefinite suspension based on the process. If you're guilty, you're going to be punished to the fullest. And our standards are extremely high. So obviously it's disappointing anytime you have something like that happen, because you got so many, we work so hard, we got so many people that are representing the team the right way. And but on the same hand, you just got to let the process play itself out. And so that's kind of the thing that's tough about it. But our guys know if they violate the rules, they're going to be punished and they're going to be held accountable to the highest standard. And it doesn't really matter what anybody else's standard. Ours is going to be the highest standards. And so obviously, if we have a person get arrested, we're always disappointed. That doesn't happen around here. That's not the norm, and something that obviously we don't tolerate.
What is the process, Todd? When you say the process, are you talking
the
about
legal process? There's legal process or school process. There's all kind of things like that. It's just like if anybody had something like that happen. They also you deserve due process and get all the facts. So that's where we're at on that deal right now. And this is something that happened almost a week ago, I believe. And so you got to let the process play itself out. But obviously, our guys know if you get arrested, you're going to be suspended. And in a situation like that, is suspended indefinitely based on the process, based on with the facts that come out, and whether they're guilty or innocent.
We talked about Burko and DJ, just talking about the luxury as a coach to have those guys, DJ taking over wide receiver and Burko just taking over now.
Man, I thought DJ was real impressive today. I was really happy with him. And Burko, I just like his demeanor. He's matured so much as a leader. I really like how we 100% ball security today. Didn't put the ball in jeopardy. We had a few sacks, but I thought at least one of them was a pretty smart one, just didn't put the ball in jeopardy. And so that's his. I've told him, I said, hey, your deal is 100% ball security and hit the check down. And obviously he made some. I mean, he can really throw the football and does some impressive things with it. I like how he protected it today. And that's something that a lot of guys can throw the football, but throwing it to the other team's not real good. So I've got a lot of confidence in Mike, and I've also was very impressed with the guys, with Manning, with Brady. I mean, those guys were very impressive today. But obviously, you can tell the difference because Burke has that experience, and so it's nice to have that kind of leadership, as well as it's nice to have Jordan Simone and Lloyd Carrington and the guys that we have. It's nice out there on defense to see up pretty much every guy back. So we're definitely in our 4th year, and we had the best tour of duty we've ever had. We got more reps with our tour of duty. It's kind of like a boot camp, and we do it at 5:45 in the morning. We got more reps. We had less mistakes. We were more efficient. We had a completely different spirit in how we competed. So everything is in year 4 when it comes to all that. So really, really pleased with that.
And maybe a new position officially, but DJ Foster's, no stranger to coming out and catching the ball and leading. I mean, only Jalen Strong had more catches last year. He's obviously got experience doing that for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, and he'll still do. I mean, it's not like he's not gonna. We're gonna get DJ Foster is our prime guy. He's the guy that's going to get the ball more than anybody else because I think he's our best football player. So he'll get it every which way but loose. But being able to teach him wide receiver and really refine the routes and the releases and all that is really going to enhance his game, because you can darn sure motion him in the backfield or put him in the backfield and hand him the ball off as well. DeMario, Kalen Ballage, their development. I like Nick Ralston, a big power back there today. Looked good. I like the diversity in that group. And then Gump. Gump's a guy that gives us we got a lot of Hayes, excuse me. And how do you pronounce the first name again?
Deshavon.
Say it again.
Deshavon.
Deshavon, thank you. That's your job, okay? Deshavon. But Gump, that's what we call him, Forrest Gump. But he is very, very dynamic as well, and has. We have a lot of guys that have those skills that can catch the ball and really make things happen with it. Number 8, Gump. I mean, you look out there at those guys when they touch the ball can take it to the house. You've seen that today. I've seen that a lot today. There were more explosive plays in day 1 with guys catching a 5-yard pass and taking them to the house. So that's something I'm excited about. And I think that's what's really going to help DJ is to really primarily focus on releases, route running, top of routes, route adjustments. We can get so much more complex with what we're doing in the downfield passing game. And I do think Mike provides us more with that rhythm passing game. You can see a lot of bang eights today. We call it little short, quick posts. A lot of glances, or about 10-yard inside the skinny glance. A lot of pass plays like that today that I really like. I like the speed that's out there.
You talk about the leadership that Burke provides. Can you talk about that letter and embrace the grind and how you guys are, pun intended, embracing that statement and that motto?
Yeah, and what that means, here's what that means, is that you guys know anything, whether you're in a business or you're in a team and you're in a work environment, is that I think for 3 years, there's been a lot of focus on coaches leading players, and coaches establishing a philosophy and a standard, and coaches straining players and being demanding. Embrace the grind means our players should be harder on each other than we are on them. And that's kind of what we've talked about. And obviously that's something that Mike did and really the leadership did. And also we talked to these guys about, there's people that buy tickets. That's who you represent. I know a lot of people don't even think about that. That's important. How they want to be represented. That's important. That's why the standards that we talk about, like we talked about earlier, is so important to me, because our fans want to be represented with character and class, and obviously toughness, and they want to win. And so I love that's how that letter that Burke wrote, and I like how he went about doing that, because I think it's important to our guys what the fans think, and letting them know we're playing for them.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.